Erik Ten Hag is one of the boldest managers I've known. He has gone ahead to reveal his mission at Manchester United this season. He believes we can win trophies and we can finish in top 4 and go to the Champions League. I don't know what your thoughts are, but that's one of the stories we're going to be dissecting down here onto United Matters channel. Welcome to this channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Again, we're going to talk about the return of Lisandro Martinez and Varane. The manager expects them to return us up at Carrington to prepare for the game of Nottingham Forest. And obviously, which other players did Erik Ten Hag scout at the World Cup? Because it was not only Cody Gakpo that really excited him at the World Cup. He said there are very many players that really excited Erik Ten Hag at the World Cup in Qatar. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time or you've been watching us, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Ten Hag held a pre-match press conference ahead of the Nottingham Forest game. It was not supposed to be happening today, but because it can't be done on Saturday, Sunday, yet match day, yet on 26th, it's going to be match day. It's going to be a match day as the Premier League games resume. And as we'll be playing on Tuesday, that means he had to go on and hold his press conference today. And obviously he had lots of things to talk about, and I picked out close to 3-4 that I felt are really important because the others have been really repeated for very many times. And now, one of those tweets that I really got out from his speech while he was addressing the media at Carrington was that on the pressure for top 4, he said, I accept how it is, but also for manager of Chelsea and Newcastle, clubs who have invested a lot, is big pressure for all of us to get into the Champions League slots. We want to be in the top 4 and fighting for trophies. That's our main aim. That's clear. Now, Ten Hag is saying we want to be in the top 4. And I believe very few people gave United a chance when Ten Hag came in through that we're not going to be in the being the top 4. But I believe if you watched my prediction of the Premier League, I said United is going to clinch the 4th spot because the problem of United was not the players, but it was the mindset. It was the mindset, and Ten Hag has gone ahead to admit that when he came into the club, he knew that there was a lot of disbelief in the players of United, and their mindset and attitude were not in the right mode. So he had to switch them to the right mode, and obviously the results are really flowing on very well. When you look at United, apart from the 2 games we really lost at the beginning of the season, we've gone ahead to lose just 2 more against Man City and against Aston Villa, but we've gone ahead to win the others. I think we've drawn with Newcastle and Chelsea, and we've won 8. In the 14 games we played, we've won 8, drawn 2, and lost 4. So I believe that's not a bad run for United, and if at all we can go ahead and really extend our winning run for the next 5, 6, 7 games, I believe we are going to clinch the 4th spot, even be part of the title contender. This is how weird I am. I have this thought in me that is ever hitting my mind bad about us winning the trophy. We are going to be title contenders, guys. Trust me, if there is a team that's going to come in and really put in a stretch, it's going to be Manchester United. I believe the presence of Ronaldo in that dressing room was really affecting the players, but people won't come out and really admit it. But I think there is a lot of sanity restored in that team. They are all looking at themselves as one. No player is selfish, no ego, and obviously the manager is really in total control of the dressing room, and every player has gotten to know that Erik Ten Hag is really the man in control. Reason being, he has thrown out Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the greatest players to play the game of football in history. He's benching the captain, Harry Maguire. So I believe lots of things are really going to go on and happen at Manchester United as far as winning is concerned. And if at all you want to be having a winning mentality that is kept at the club for so long, do what Ten Hag does, or did. Get the dressing room back into your hands. You get? Let the players know that you are the manager. Do things, make decisions that are really going to throw them under the bus if at all they don't dance to your tunes, like he did to Anthony, like he's doing to Sancho. You get? He is having a different kind of mode of handling these players, and this obviously results into United triumphing to see to it that we win the trophies. And I believe this season we are winning trophies. We will win 1 or 2, according to me. 1 or 2 minimum. We have to get 1. Carabao Cup, see, after drawing us against Burnley, they've now drawn us against Charlton and moreover at Old Trafford, meaning that we are 1 foot in the semi-final. And if at all the semi-final get teams like Man City or what, I think we can go past them because it's going to be a double tie game. Double tie game, and whoever registers more points or goals or what goes into the final. So I believe we are going to be having a very fantastic season, and winning the league is not ruled out, and Ten Hag is here to win. And I know with him we are going to go out and win because United has not had a manager like him since Sir Alex Ferguson, that has a very good record and respect being commanded in the dressing room by the players. Now Ten Hag on that note concluded by saying, you want to be in the top 4, we want to be in the top 4 and fighting for trophies. That's our aim. It's clear. And on all the 4 trophies that United are in, I believe there is none we've lost. 11 points behind Arsenal doesn't mean that we are out of the rest of the Premier League, because most people still believe that Man City, who are just 6 points ahead of United, are really going to win it. Now, if the team being tipped to win the Premier League is 6 points ahead of us, meaning that we can turn that over. Towards the end of January, I think we are going to go on and play Man City. I believe we are going to go on and play Man City, and I believe we are going to beat them at Old Trafford. You'll see that my reaction and my prediction, we are going to beat Man City at Old Trafford because I believe they are vulnerable in certain positions. If at all you have Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez as central defense, Casemiro in the midfield, Anthony firing in, Martial leading the line, Rashford playing wide left, I believe we can annihilate them at Manchester United at Old Trafford. That's it. So I believe Ten Hag's dream is right with the nature of players we are having. I believe we can totally compete for the title and become one of the biggest teams in the world. Now, Erik Ten Hag, when asked about Cody Gakpo, he said there were many good players in the World Cup. Obviously, Cody Gakpo was not only the only good player. And when we talk about the good players yet to expect him to go on and look at, I believe in 3 positions. The centre forwards, the right back, and the midfield, maybe even the central defense. When you look at the right back position, Dumfries was linked so much to Manchester United. It's rumored that he was one of the players that was on the list of Erik Ten Hag when he came in at Manchester United, but we failed to get that deal done. Then there is Jovanovic, that right back of Croatia. I think he played really quite a good game. Hakimi Ashraf, no, cannot sign him from PSG, but he's really a very good defender, decent one. Even Diego Delo of ours, who really maintained his performance, though he really got a hamstring injury that really took him out of action, and we don't know when he's going to return because the scan has not yet been revealed the results. Now, when you leave that central defend, Kim Jin-Wook is Kim Jin-Wook, that South Korean central defender, Kim Jin. Then there is Vadio, that everyone is talking about, 21 years of age, left-footed player. It certainly fits into the perfect choice of Erik Ten Hag. Which other defender really played well that Ten Hag would have been scouting? I think that's it. Indika was not there. Then the forwards, Cody Gakpo amongst them. The other one was which other? I think for them, I think he's the one that really looked great that United have been keeping tabs on. The other midfielders, Frankie de Jong, obviously Ten Hag resurrecting his interest on really signing him, and he's talking to his agent to tell him that please get me that player in the summer transfer window because we have the money to pay to Barcelona, and Barcelona need the money. Then Jude Bellingham. He would have loved him to be at the club of Manchester United, but obviously the amount of money and Liverpool with Real Madrid coming in through and putting in the pace, that requires you to go on and be in the Champions League. And I believe that's why Erik Ten Hag has hinted a lot on United being in the Champions League, because when you are in the Champions League, obviously you can attract every kind of player. If at all you attracted those kind of players, Eriksen, Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Anthony, Malacia, when we are out of the Champions League, what does it mean when we are in the Champions League? That means we'll be a very good, attractive team under a decent manager known as Erik Ten Hag. Talk of Enzo Fernandez. To me, Enzo Fernandez is really one of the best midfielders, and I believe he's better than Jude Bellingham. The people won't go on and really believe it. And Frankie de Jong. Why? He does a lot in that midfield. If you want him to play as a CDM, he'll play as a CDM. You want him to play as a box-to-box midfielder, he'll do that. You want him to play as a central attack midfielder, he'll do that. That these others can't do. I think it's only Frankie de Jong that can come near to Enzo Fernandez. But I believe Enzo Fernandez is a very good lad, 21 years of age. And if at all is added to our team, it really improves a lot. But there is a story I'm going to work on tomorrow morning about Enzo Fernandez and his links to Manchester United. So that means he not only watched Cody Gakpo, he saw very many good players at the World Cup. That is Erik ten Hag. Now, Ten Hag has really come out and hinted on the return of Licha, that is Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. He has gone ahead to let us know that it is magnificent. Winning the World Cup is the highest that you can achieve. Licha or Martinez also has to understand that on December 27th, the Premier League is back. So if the Premier League is back on 27th of December for United, that means Licha is supposed to report on Christmas. He should be in Manchester, such that he takes part in the last training session on Monday at Carrington, as they did train only once towards the game of Burnley, and we came out and really looked very well. As I told you, if at all Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez are really available, I see them starting that game. That's it. Either one of those should start that game of football, and it's going to be either Varane or Lisandro Martinez, because they are needed in that central defense. Harry Maguire still ill, as the manager confirmed to us, so we don't know what exactly is going to happen on a man called Harry Maguire. So Lisandro Martinez is returning before the 27th, and that means even Rafael Varane should return. And for Rafael Varane, I believe he would have done the needful like his other French players did. I saw Mbappe return at PSG, but Rafael Varane looks like he's going to return over the weekend and prepare to train for the game of Nottingham, and I believe he's going to be available to come in and play that game of football very, very well. But before I really came in through to say that Lisandro Martinez is willing to start or going to start, I believe I've changed my mind now, because they're having a tall man. Is it Alawanyi? That Alawanyi something, the guy, the Nigerian who plays as a centre forward for Nottingham, who is tall, meaning that the aerial presence of Rafael Varane and Victor Lindelof might be needed on that day to come on and really act a lot for the club of Manchester United. So that's Ten Hag for you and what is said in the press conference. And I chose out some tweets to come in and really put all out for you, because you really need and deserve to be knowing what your gaffer came out and really told us. Now, Dubravka, the goalkeeper of United, who really staggered and did lots of howlers in the game that we won by 2-0 at Old Trafford against Burnley, he has come out and hailed Casemiro, and he said him playing central defense was comfortable with the ball at his feet. You could see that, yes, some of the balls were very risky, but he can handle the situation. He can handle the pressure, so I think he did very, very well. Obviously, Casemiro did very, very well, and that's the beauty of having a person who can get that ball in the central defense and pass it through the lines of the opponent that have been really left. So I believe Casemiro is a better player, but in the game of Nottingham, no chance for him to play as a central defender. I believe he's going to go back in the midfield. To me, I believe in that game we played against Burnley, if Casemiro was playing the central defense midfield area alongside Eriksen, we would have gotten more line share of the possession, and obviously more forward passes that link the midfield to the attack would have been attained a lot from Casemiro, because he is really a different kind of player, good, and he knows what to do with the ball. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me what you think about Ten Hag revealing Manchester United's trophy winning plans, and obviously the mission impossible of winning trophies that most people don't really give us a chance to win a trophy this season. Yet I believe we can even go and put in a battle for the Premier League, though people have not yet accepted it. What are your thoughts on that? Then tell me what you think about the return of Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. Do you think the pair should be started in the game of Nottingham, or else the manager should go in and say, no, I think I'm going to use only one to play that game of football? Then Dubravka coming out and hailing Casemiro for being a very decent centre-back because of him being comfortable with the ball on his foot. Guys, why not say good night? good morning, depending on where you're watching in from. Good afternoon and good evening. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. May the mighty Lord bless you abundantly. I'm out.